Radio Bristol.
So Ken Hames is with us, and he's behind the community self-build, which is helping servicemen who've turned to perhaps addiction or who are homeless. First of all, tell us a bit about your service. An army officer, which regiment?
Well, I served in quite a few, Vernon. I started off driving a tank, and then I progressed to Sandhurst. Doesn't sound a normal route, does it? And then after that, I served with the Queen's Regiment, and then the Princess of Wales's Royal Regiment. So wore quite a few cap badges in that 20-odd years.
It is the circumstances that people find themselves in when they come home and they leave the services that you're involved in now with the Community Self-Build Agency. Tell me how that works. What are you doing?
Well, the Community Self-Build Agency started its mission actually in Bristol, in St Paul's, quite a few years ago, with Stella Clark at their helm, who founded the CSBA. And I met Stella, and I said, well, it would be quite a good idea to do that with ex-servicemen who were homeless. I think there's quite a lot of ex-service personnel who come out who flounder when they come into civilian life because they find it difficult to adjust from military life.
But why building a house?
Well, these particular individuals I was focusing on, and I'd done a programme for the BBC called Ex-Forces and Homeless, and I really had focused on those who were down on their luck and were actually on the streets or living in the woods. I mean, as we sit here now, I know of 6 individuals who are living in the woods around Bristol.
How do you get that person from that state to being able to help design and construct a home?
We very quickly found that some needed, help with their mental health issues, and some needed help with housing, some needed help with emotional issues. And so we then suggested to these people that we met that actually if you sign a contract, not legally binding I might say, but if you sign up with a contract with us, come and work on the building site for a year, we'll give you the flat to rent at an adjusted rate at the end of that.
You've been filming for the One Show. Where did you go with the cameras, and what are we going to see when it comes on the screen?
Well, we went, first of all, to the first build that we did in Bristol, which was down in West Street, where we put 12 ex-servicemen in a dwelling. Luckily, my mate Nick Knowles from DIY SOS came to help open that. Then we went from there to the new build and saw those new people on site actually getting stuck into the new build.
Is the idea that this would be rolled out across the country?
Yes, to roll it out across the UK would be fantastic. Of course, the agency as a small, lean charity has got to keep up with the finance we have to find the revenue costs as a charity.
It's fascinating stuff. I'm guessing there's a website people can find out more?
Yes, you can go to the Community Self-Build Agency a website, and that gives a lot of information there about what we do. I mean, the agency is still carrying on with civilians as well. But I'd just like to say, from my own perspective, and I'm sure I'm talking for Stella, our chair as well, a huge thanks to Bristol, the people of Bristol, for believing in us, helping us, and being there for us during what was a difficult time for some of these people.
Good to talk to you, Ken.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Just look up the Community Self-Build Agency on your search engine and you can find out much more information about that.
Radio Bristol.